What's going on, guys? It is Lays here with another video. Today we're going to be doing a movement guide for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This also applies to Warzone because you know they're on the same engine and all. But yeah, this is going to be more geared towards search and destroy. A couple tips there and there that applies to that game mode. But that being said, let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to go over today is settings. There's a couple settings that you want to have on, or else these movements won't be possible. So yeah, let's get right into it. The things that you want to have on, this is only for controller. One of them is for keyboard and mouse if you're watching and you play on a keyboard and mouse. But the first one for controllers, you want to have where is it? Slide behavior. You want to have that on tap, because if you don't have it on tap, it's going to be hold. And you can do it, but you gotta hold to slide, and it's like, just don't. You don't even question it. Put it on tab. It's done. The next setting, which also applies to keyboard and mouse, you want to have automatic tactical sprint. So when you push the stick forward, like you're walking all the way forward, you just automatically go into a tactical sprint. This is going to be very helpful, so you don't have to constantly be spamming your left joystick or shift if you're on keyboard and mouse to get into that tactical sprint. Very useful. It'll make you run and do movements a lot faster. Alright, those are the two settings that you want to have on, so we can start getting into the actual movement part of the video. So the first one is obviously what you see me doing is slide cancel. I'm gonna assume that you guys already know how to slide cancel, but if for those that don't, I'll just do a quick run through on it. All you literally want to do is crouch, jump. Crouch, jump. And you want to do that fast because the first crouch is going to get you into the crouch. Into the slide, sorry. And then the second one's going to stop your slide. So if I don't press jump here, you can see I slide for a second and I start walking. That's because the second press of the crouch cancels the slide. Slide cancel. And then all the jump does is make you go into the standing position. So yeah, like I said, crouch, jump. That's what you want to do to slide cancel. Some of the reasons, the main reason why you want to be using slide cancel is it regenerates your tactical sprint. So you can run around the entire map with tactical sprint without running out if you time it right. Like if you know how long your tactical sprint lasts for. That just all comes into playing the game and knowing the timing and all of that. Some other things is checking corners, sliding around corners to break cameras. A lot of the time what I do is if I know somebody's chasing me, or I hear somebody running up into the corner, I like to wait, and when I hear them like right here, I slide around the corner, I break their camera, and it works really well against not so great players, but that usually starts to not work against higher skilled players. But it's definitely a thing to keep in your arsenal. The next thing isn't really a movement, but it's more of a thing that you want to be using if you are wanting to be as fast as possible, is stim rushing. It's faster than slide canceling to regen your tactical sprint. So it's very useful in search and destroy because you can just go right to where you want to go, so you can keep running. Okay, as you can see, your tactical sprint runs out. But if your tactical sprint runs out, you can stim, and you have all your tactical sprint back. So if you're rushing or you're running around the map, pop a stim. You don't have to slide cancel. You'll just keep running. So definitely keep a stim in your tactical slot. The next thing is bunny hopping. Bunny hopping is probably the hardest part, or the hardest movement. Movement type, I guess, in the game that a lot of people do is, as you can see, it's a bunny hop. You jump, and yeah, it's you don't really use it that much. I use it a lot when I'm peeking corners. If I'm ego challenging, I like to bunny hop. It's definitely not what you want to do is ego challenge. Again, like I said before with the slide cancel, bunny hopping to break cameras, all that. That's, you can use that for that. But basically all you have to do is you jump, and right as you hit the ground, you jump again. And you can, yeah, looks pretty cool. It can break cameras. It's hard to track you, especially if you're up close. So if somebody's right there, you can bunny hop out. The next thing is, again, more aimed towards search and destroy, is shouldering. So all shouldering really is getting information. So say enemies were over here, you were over here, and you just wanted to see, what was over there. Get information of where they are. That's just basically quickly peek in the corner. This is a thing I don't see a lot of beginners doing. They'll usually either ego chow, or they'll just straight up run out there and not know what to do. So if you're playing Search and Destroy, or any game mode, I guess, or even Warzone, checking your corners, getting information, quickly checking it, going back into cover, that's going to be very helpful in winning your gunfights, especially if you're at the disadvantage of, not having the peeker's advantage. You can slide cancel into it, just to get that get that information. You can just jump into it, run back. You can just peek it quickly like that. Anything really works, just as long as you're getting that information and getting as much of an advantage as you can over your enemy. The next thing is snaking. This is the same thing, kind of the same thing as shouldering, except say you're on a head glitch. That's basically what it is you're basically getting the information. It's where you're crouching, standing back up, and you're just doing that, trying to get information. So you just hold your crouch. Oh, sorry. Hold your crouch, press jump. Hold your crouch, press jump. You just do that over and over again on a head glitch. Yeah, it's very useful getting information. I don't do it much because I'm not in a lot of situations, but when you're in that situation where you're on a head glitch and you need information, it's very useful, especially right here on Shoot House. It's really nice. Now the next and last thing that I want to talk about is centering. Centering is arguably the most important thing on this list, or no, it's not really a list, but in this video that I'm going to be talking about is centering. It's the most important. This is what's going to get you winning gunfights. This is what's going to give you the most advantage that you can have when you're going into a gunfight. Basically what it is you're keeping your crosshair where the enemies are going to be. Now this is where we start getting into game sense and game knowledge, map knowledge, all that, knowing where your enemies is going to be and predicting their position. So this is something that you got to kind of really work on and find out while playing games, to know where enemy spawns are, to know where people usually go. Like for example, if you're defending on Switch and just on Shoot House, a lot of the time people like to peek that corner there, or people like to go up in the windows. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna be putting your crosshair there and knowing that spot on the map and knowing that's where people might be. Another part of centering is keeping your crosshair at about chest height is probably the best, but yeah, keep it at chest height. Again, you gotta know where people are gonna be when you're like where they're gonna, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. You just got to know where they are to get good at centering. It's something you got to work on. And it's the same thing with all the stuff in this video. You got to work on it to actually get good at it. A lot of the way I got decent at it was going into a bot just like this, a custom match, going into a bot lobby and just breaking some bots' ankles and doing that over and over again. Eventually, I'm still not the best at it, but I can use these things confidently in my gameplay. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. This is my kind of, I haven't made a Modern Warfare video in a minute. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.